The following program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.
Hi, I'm back after a week off. Hi, my name is Leo Connors. I'm the host here of The Ring and All Other Sports. Welcome. Tonight, making his fourth appearance on the show, superfan Brandon Belanger. Buddy.
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great, bud. Seriously, thanks for coming on again.
Thank you for having me.
Where did you get this?
I got this at FYE. My former boss, Dale Bishop, works there, and saw it. Had to buy it because I have 3 belts. I had to get the briefcase, and Pinky, mine's gold, brother. Get the gold, not the blue. I know you're feeling blue these days, but you got to feel the gold, baby.
There you go.
Check that out.
So, did you get the discount?
Yeah, I got actually a pretty good discount on it, actually, because I got the FYE.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say when you said he worked there, so that's awesome.
Sure.
Brandon, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. We only have a few fan questions tonight, but let's get right into them. Superfan Dan Bolia wants to know, if this has been asked before, he says, let me know. It might have been, but I think it's worth, I don't think everything's been asked. But Brandon, when did you start watching Chaotic? That definitely was asked before, but.
I honestly started watching Chaotic, honestly, 2 years ago. That's when I really started getting into it. The first show that I ever went to was Chaotic Grand Slams, I think it was, in Lowell, Massachusetts, and that's where I met Rob Van Dam. Ron Simmons was a great guy, I thought.
Was he?
Yes, and met Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano, and I was more interested in meeting those guys because of what they've been doing in NXT before, while they were a tag team and doing good, and then all of a sudden Tommaso Ciampa turned on him. But other than that, I like them both, and it was an amazing show. It was Brian Fury versus Cody Rhodes in the main event.
Wow. I remember that. Yeah, I didn't go to that. But
I think.
Was that at the baseball field?
Yeah, it was at the baseball field, like the spinning stadium.
Park.
Yep, and I think Anthony Green won the Battle Royal for the Grand Slams, and that was like his first title, I think, for Chaotic Wrestling. Great show.
He's killing it still.
He really is.
I mean, he just went up to Canada over the weekend. I mean, I've been saying it on here, asking Derek would be able to tell. I've said it for a long time that I knew that the kid had something in. And it's not that he's like all muscle bound up, but he's got that height.
Yeah.
He does have height compared to some of the smaller guys.
Yes.
And very much love watching him, what he's doing right now.
That's right. He's retro, baby.
And I like watching him, but I certainly like watching his honeys walk away.
And he's been doing really good with his promos with those girls, too. I do remember the one where they were, he kissed both of them. I was like, is this actually happening right now?
We're all jealous.
We're all jealous. But, hey, I love you, Christiana. Don't worry.
Yeah, you too, Maria. But how can you not be jealous of a guy that gets to kiss one girl, turn around and kiss another one?
Exactly.
Especially when they're decent. They're good looking. I shouldn't say decent looking. They're very beautiful girls.
But don't worry, we love you too.
Yes. Who are your favorite 5 guys, not burgers, in Chaotic?
In Chaotic, would you say current or past?
Why don't we go with current first, and then if you want to answer past, that'll be fine.
Let's see. For current, Josh Briggs.
Yeah.
Love Josh Briggs. Christian Casanova, man. He's really good.
Unreal.
He went from a Michael Jackson character to like this really, mafia-looking character with all gold. I love his character.
Me too.
I'm trying to think of other ones. Brett Domino, honestly. He's doing very well for himself. And I think he's definitely got a future ahead of him.
Him and DL.
He's only 21 years old. And like I said earlier, the couple shows that I've seen him at, when I met up with him and I found out he was 19, this was a couple years ago, me and my friends, we would chant 19 years. And I think he did notice because he'd be like, yeah, that's
nice.
Right. I'm trying to think of another one. Vern. The selfie-made man, even though he just got back into Chaotic Wrestling, I consider him a decent friend because every time he sees me, he seems pretty excited.
Oh, he's a great guy,
and
man.
he always,
if he likes you, you'll know it.
And same thing with Christiana, he likes both of us.
Yep.
And
yes, he does. I'm sure.
Very cool guy. Very cool guy. I'm trying to think of one more. Chase Del Monte, man.
Unreal. I keep saying unreal, but it's not unreal.
Yeah,
that guy's been around for a while.
I remember one of the shows that I went to in Lowell. I was wearing my vest that you've seen with like the buttons and all that. And, you know, like I know he's a cool guy in real life, and I know he's supposed to be like this heel. So you know, I'm like talking back to him. I was like, yeah, let's go. And then he was like, what's with those pins right there? Did you get out of the cookies? What was it? The cookies? Crap, I can't remember on the top of my head, but the Girl Scout cookie camp or whatever like that. And I was like, oh, and then everyone's like, oh, you know, going crazy. But no, he's really good with his promos, man. And very, you know, when he gets in the ring and he wrestles, he's very, he sells the crap out of like the matches that he's in, you know. And
I got a buddy of mine, George Carroll, will say his name, that when I talked to him, you know, not on the air or anything like that, but he said, you know, he'd love to see Chase take that next step, get into like a New Japan or something, because he's incredible. I think all three of them, the Hooligans, would be great to go anywhere.
Yes.
You know, because they got the talent. All right. Also, Dan wants to know, what three guys on the roster could you see in NXT at some point? How about we do it this at some point? How about we say soon?
Soon.
That way, you know what I mean? You'll have guys that you think you could really see.
Well, I definitely saw Donovan Dijak, and that happened. You know, Hansen from the Warbeard, you know, Warbeard Hansen. But now, Christian Casanova, definitely. He's got a lot of charisma. Love the character.
Yeah, I think so.
He can really go in the ring and go. 110%. You know, the show, like him winning the Chaotic Countdown, where we're both at that show together. Awesome. And we didn't think he was like, we thought he was eliminated.
Yeah, I did.
And just coming out and eliminating, you know, who was it?
Verna
and Chase Del Monte. Eliminated both of them and won the whole thing. And think about it. He won he lost the tag team titles
in the first match of the night.
first match of the night, which was a awesome ladder match.
Great.
Really good. And then went into this Chaotic Countdown. You know, survived 29 superstars, won the whole thing. You know,
pretty awesome.
Yeah, and honestly, I feel like with that match, you know, he's got a future in wrestling.
And one more.
I think two more actually. No,
you said Chase, didn't you? No.
No, Chase for the 5 stars.
Yep, sorry.
So yeah, Christian Casanova. Give Josh Briggs a couple more years. I think he can make it. You know, he's got the size, and you know, Vince likes those big guys. And I love that choke slam with the backbreaker. That's an awesome move, and he's come a long way. Just give him a couple more years, you know, and I think he can make it in NXT. I'm really trying to think for the last one. If Brian Fury was still wrestling, I would say Brian Fury, but God, the Logan brothers. The champ?
Yeah, what about the champ?
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Wow. How did I forget about him?
JT.
JT Dunn. Yes, definitely JT Dunn.
Right.
I think if he was in NXT, he'd probably be the top star. Guaranteed. You know, Death by Elbow, you know, with the sponsors, with Strong Style.
And Hero's there.
And
under a different name, but Hero's there.
And I like him. I think he could be definitely. So those would be my top three.
Okay, and seeing that you went to say something else, I'm going to steal that and say all three Hooligans. I think they'd be fantastic in NXT. You know, if you want me to go a little deeper, again, Josh Briggs, Chris Casanova, JT Dunn, absolutely. I could see any of them in there.
Yes.
You know, I could see Scotty Slade there even as more of a manager, though, I think, because of his size. But that doesn't mean, you know, he can't work. And Scotty's a great worker, but I could see him. He's pretty good on the mic. And
definitely.
They could definitely use some managers.
Yes.
I think wrestling needs managers. And I think he'd be really good at it.
And Vince hates managers for some odd reason.
Did you ever see Adam Barasano?
I have not.
Dude, really good manager. Sean Gorman, another good manager from around here. These guys are awesome. Nice. All right, so Jesse Martinell wants to know, you talked about this off air. Who has the best promo work in New England independent wrestling? And on a side note, he says, if the answer is not Thrilly Dilly Jimmy Preston, you should lose the title of Superfan. I don't believe that. I don't believe that because, yes, he's up there, but there are other guys that are just as good, I think.
Here's the thing. He's a good.
Yes.
Yes, he gets the views on YouTube. I saw his views. He's got a ridiculous amount of views. But it's not about the views. Chase Del Monte, man.
That's...
Chase Del Monte. That's it.
There you go.
That's all I got to say.
JT's really good at it, too.
JT's really good, too.
You know, and Jimmy Preston is very good, too, Jesse. Don't get us wrong. He really is. But the problem with picking him first is, where is he?
Yeah, I haven't
He's
seen
not,
him.
you know, he came back in the countdown, and that was it, you know. Yes, he's a great talker. But if I'm going to put him at the top of the list, you got to be kind of active wrestling, too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Jesse, that's a great question, and absolutely no doubt about it. Jimmy Preston, whether he's working as a wrestler right now or not, is one of the top promo guys in New England. If he was working on a regular basis, you might even be able to say he's the absolute best.
Yes.
But he's not working.
Yeah.
Next up, I get a question from good friend Nathan Fuller, who always submits questions. Brandon and Leo, this is a good one too. Will Rusev become the SmackDown WWE champion next Sunday? Good question.
That is a very good question. Honestly, I don't think he's going to, personally.
Right.
I would love to see him win.
Right.
But is the timing right?
Right.
I do love the Rusev gimmick. I think he definitely went up with it.
Oh, yeah.
But I think he needs like another year.
Okay.
Before he gets pushed. But then again, I'm not hating. I think he definitely went up there with the, Rusev Day gimmick, and I think it's working out for him, and the fans are, behind it. But I don't think he's going to win, personally. I would like to see him win, either AJ or him, but no, I don't see him winning, honestly.
I don't see him winning it either, but like you said, I definitely think he can. Like, he could carry it, and be the champion. I just don't think he's the one to dethrone AJ right now, especially as AJ is one of the top wrestlers, if not the best in the world. Right now, why take the belt off him?
Exactly.
There's no reason to.
Yeah.
All right, so now our good friend Dan Bolia has another question. I like this one. I mean, I like them all, don't get me wrong, guys, but this one's kind of cool, though, makes you think.
Right.
Question for both of you guys. Thoughts on back in 2010 when TNA Impact Wrestling moved to Mondays to complete with Raw. Was Hulk Hogan completely out of his mind? And what do you think Dixie Carter was thinking? Can I go first real quick?
Go for it. Go for it.
My answer's already. Was Hulk Hogan out of his mind? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because how do you think you're going to compete against Vince McMahon?
Yeah.
You weren't even close to like the numbers and ratings or anything like that. You were like, they were doing triple the views and all that. And what do I think Dixie Carter was thinking? Anything that Hulk Hogan said, she was going to go for it because he was Hulk Hogan in her eyes. I don't think she was thinking much.
No. Honestly, I think.
No, dishonestly.
Dishonestly. You're messing me up, Leah. No, I was just kidding. But no, everything you said, I totally agree with you. I think it was just because like Hulk Hogan, he was like, I was so close before while he was in WCW, and then he had, he came back to the WWE and he had like the bond with Vince again.
Right.
And then after the bond, went away in real life. I think back in 2007, I think it was. He was just like, you know what? Screw Vince, screw WWE. I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
It didn't work. There was one time, I'm not going to lie, and I'm not a huge TNA fan. Probably way back in the day, like they had some good shows, good matches, good wrestlers, whatever. But the only time I think I really watched TNA on Monday nights was when Rob Van Dam won the World Heavyweight title. And I thought that time they put on a better product because the PG era was killing WWE at the time. But other than that, I think they were crazy for doing it.
And Dixie, what was she thinking?
I have no idea.
Nothing, probably.
Yeah.
I met Dixie Carter, honestly. She's a wicked nice lady. Yeah. I brought Jizea to a little fan fest. TNA had a thing. When Joe won the title for the first time on TNA title, he won it in Lowell. That's why, like, winning the NXT title in Lowell was crazy. Because, I mean, right down the road, he won the other title. Yeah. But, yeah, she was really nice. I had Jizea, who was just a baby. She came over like 3 times because she wanted to see him and hold them and everything. Very cool. She was very cool. Hogan was completely out of his mind. Yeah. Now, this leads right into Nathan Fuller and our last question. Will Hulk Hogan ever come back to the WWE? Please go first.
Oh, boy. Maybe a couple years down the line, maybe. But he's not going to come back as a wrestler. No. He's done everything he has. I mean, he's a 14-time world champion, I think, for 6-time in WCW, 6-time in WWE.
Right.
He's got nothing
left. Where'd you go to school? You said 14, and that was 12. Just kidding.
Funny.
You go to school with me, Lowell?
But yeah, honestly, I don't see it happening.
Yeah.
Personally. But I mean, if the right time is necessary.
Well, they're working on it now, just so you know.
Yeah.
They are actually trying to talk. I think Hogan will be back. Hopefully, he's not on TV like a lot. When he first comes back, you want to introduce him to the crowd. That's fine.
Yeah.
You even want to have him get attacked and have somebody save him and go with the feud.
I feel if they were going to bring him back, they'd probably give him like a general manager job, probably.
Yeah. Well, I think it's definitely going to be an ambassador for the thing, so he can do like go to radio stations and things like that. He's Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Never been a huge fan of Hulk Hogan. I'm not going to lie. I used to cheer him when my kids were little because it was the right thing to do for the kids.
Yeah.
And I don't dislike him at all.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I never was.
Not the best wrestler.
Well, when he first came out, I was 14 years old when he first came to the WWE in 1979. And I already started liking heels.
Right.
And I liked him then when he was heel. And the NWO thing just burned me I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of that when it started. And that's kind of why I'm probably not a big fan of the Bullet Club either.
Really?
They're great. Don't get me wrong, and Hogan's great, but I never was big fans of those guys. Brandon, let's go back for a couple of weeks ago at the NXT Takeover Chicago show. Spend a couple minutes on this. I think, I said it to you off air, I really do believe it was the best card of the year.
Yeah.
So far.
I definitely agree with you.
The opening match, the Undisputed Era, with Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong with Adam Cole outside, defeating Team 1-2. Whatever it's called, 1-2 punch on one team, 1-2. Danny Burch and Oni Lorcan. What a match. I literally thought Oni was going to get his first title in NXT.
Yeah,
I really did.
Yeah, and the opening match, they just kept going and going and going. And I'm like,
it was like 25 minutes.
It was longer than that. I think it was like in the 30-minute range.
Right.
And I'm like, wow, who the hell is going to win this match?
Right.
It was just back and forth, and honestly, I give both those teams credit.
Oh, absolutely.
Where credit's due. And honestly, even though the Undisputed Era won, they left, those guys that were still in the ring, fans are standing up and giving them a standing ovation. It was amazing match.
And they deserved it, too.
Yes.
That match was unreal. What a way to start the show.
Yeah.
And then to come out with Ricochet versus the Velveteen Dream next. That match was incredible, too.
Back and forth again. Same amount of time.
Big fan of the Velveteen, too. Obviously, I love Ricochet, too. But I'm just saying, that guy just keeps, every time I watch him, I'm starting to like him more and more.
I like, honestly, words can't describe that match.
Right.
Ricochet doing that shooting star press,
further
middle of the ring, amazing.
Yep.
Velveteen Dream trying to do that flying elbow all the way across the ring, doing some flips of his own, you know, and this is a guy from Tough Enough.
Yeah, and you brought up being young.
Yeah.
He's 21 years old.
Yeah.
Might be 20. I think he's 22 now.
I think he's 22, 23, yeah.
But I know, definitely just turned 22 at the most because, not too long ago, I know he was 21, and I was blown away when I heard it, when I read it, actually, that he was only 21 years old. That kid's got so much talent, and I see huge things in the future for this kid.
Yeah, hopefully they use him right.
I think they will.
I hope so.
I think they will. I think this gimmick, which is a lot of people have tried to do.
Yeah.
He's killing it, man.
He really is.
Really is. He
Definitely
is.
when he dresses up like Hulk Hogan that night.
That was awesome.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Real quick, we'll just mention also the Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler, defeated Nikki Cross. I like that match.
It was a
crazy.
solid match. Yeah, and the way she choked her out, she was just smiling. I think it was a good, storyline.
Yes, I do too.
Very good storyline. And I'm glad they're pushing Nikki Cross, for the NXT Women's title because she needs it.
Yeah.
And I'm glad she's kind of away from sanity for right now.
Right.
Just because I feel like she needs a good push. And, and honestly, I think she's going to get that. And hopefully she'll win the title. Hopefully they have a rematch when I go to NXT Brooklyn, in next month. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think, and I think Shayna Baszler had a great match too.
Yeah.
She really did. Pretty impressed, you know. And then we had the NXT Heavyweight title match. Aleister Black defeating Lars Sullivan. Another good match.
Did you realize the botch that happened in that match with the kick?
Yes.
I was like, oh my God. But the thing is, I think they weren't mad at Aleister. I think they were mad at Lars, honestly. Yeah. Because I think he just dropped at the wrong time.
Right.
But it's okay. Aleister made up for it and actually kicked him in the face.
Yeah, so. I thought that was a great match,
Good match, though. Good match.
And then the main event, local boy Tommaso Ciampa defeating Johnny Gargano in a Chicago street fight. And honestly, that match went almost 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And it wasn't I was invested in that match the whole time. Sometimes you're home, you watch it, pick up your phone.
No.
I watched.
Eye-opener.
Oh, it was incredible.
Yeah,
and those guys got so much chemistry in the ring. Someday we'll see them wrestle at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I know we will.
I love that guy that was holding the sign, but it was really like a stop sign inside the poster. That was amazing. But the whole match.
I think he was planted there, but still, that was cool.
The most dramatic part of that entire match, taking Johnny Gargano's ring off, spinning it, and throwing it. Wow.
I liked how
the drama was great.
I loved it how they used the stretcher
Yeah.
And it comes back. Just an incredible match.
Yes.
We're going to go back to the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. We're only going to talk about a couple things.
Yeah.
The men's Money in the Bank, Braun Strowman.
Yep.
You know, the biggest guy to ever win the Money in the Bank. Someone's going to get those hands.
Yep. Definitely.
You know?
It was a pretty good match.
I thought it was.
I think the women did better, but we'll get to that.
I know they did better.
I was really hoping, Braun Strowman or Finn Balor.
Yep.
I was like, oh, it's going to be Finn Balor's time. And it was like, nope, it's Strowman. I'm like, it's okay, because I like Strowman.
Right.
Dude, when he was like running and ran into that ladder and broke in half, that was awesome.
He's huge.
He is.
He makes Brock Lesnar look small.
Yeah, I know.
He really does.
Yeah.
Now let's go to the AJ Styles and Nakamura in the last man standing.
Back and forth, awesome contest. I think it was the best pay-per-view match I've seen for WWE, not NXT.
Right.
WWE and back and forth contest, and I think that was the match they both needed, because I don't feel like they really got to show off what they were for WrestleMania or Backlash or the Greatest Royal Rumble. That was the match that I think they really brought it.
Yeah, I agree on a great match.
Yeah.
I mean, they got a lot of good chemistry. They've been wrestling against each other for a long time, back in New Japan and all that, in Japan. All right, the women's Money in the Bank ladder match won by Alexa Bliss, who probably didn't need the win.
No.
But I do think they made the right decision.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I wasn't happy, and I know probably a lot of fans weren't happy, but I was proud of that match.
Yep.
The women really put their bodies on the line in this particular ladder match compared to the last two.
Yep.
I think it was the match. I think it was the match of the night, honestly. Personally, in my opinion, I thought it was match of the night because I was very impressed with what the women did in that match.
Right.
That's just my opinion.
I think the match of the night she was also involved in it.
Yeah.
Ronda Rousey and Nia Jax.
That was a good match.
And then Ronda winning by disqualification.
Yeah.
And then Alexis cashing in that Money in the Bank
Within
briefcase.
2 hours.
Within 2 hours and winning the title.
It was a very big shocker, but I wasn't that surprised because I felt that was going to happen. But honestly, Ronda Rousey took a lot of good slams in that match.
Ronda did very well.
She did very, very well. And so did Nia Jax.
No, was that her first pay-per-view match?
It was her first singles match.
That's what it was. That's right, because her first match was a pay-per-view, WrestleMania.
At WrestleMania, yeah.
She really impressed me, honestly. And that judo throw that she did.
That was ridiculous.
And I like that because that was real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you can't, you could fake it, but you don't have to.
Right.
Because she'll flip you over like nothing.
Yes.
Very, very impressed with Ronda Rousey so far. I really am.
And she only had 2 matches so far.
Yes, and she's been great. Brandon, you went to the June 22nd Chaotic Wrestling show.
I was not, unfortunately.
Oh, you didn't go to that
one?
No. Oh, okay. So I'm glad I wrote down the results then.
Yeah, the one I'll be going to is this Friday
right?
in Lowell, and JT Dunn and X-Pac will be teaming up against Casanova, which I can't wait.
Well, we'll go over the results real quick then, because I wasn't there either. I thought you might have been there. But Kim Zagami defeated Elia Markopoulos, who has not been having a very good couple of months there with Chaotic. The Graysons and Mike Verna teamed up, and they defeated the Mill City Hooligans.
And they're actually having a rematch in Lowell.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Scotty Slade defeated his old rival, Anthony Green.
Wow.
Christian Casanova defeated Vinny Pacifico. JT Dunn defeated Triplicious, and what I've been hearing is the match of the night, might even been the match of the year in Chaotic so far. Everybody's been talking about Triplicious in that match. He's a 16-year veteran, and he's an incredible wrestler.
Yeah.
It's nice to see him getting these accolades.
Yes.
Because he's been helping Christian.
Yes.
Definitely. JT, like I said, JT Dunn is JT Dunn. That guy, no matter who he wrestles.
Yes.
It's going to be a great match. I love his finishing maneuver. I've said it here before. It's a believable move that you could hit anyone with an elbow in the back of the head and knock them out.
Yes.
The Mainstay Posse defeated guys that we were talking about off here, and we brought them up a little bit here. Brett Domino and DL Hurst.
Yep.
We're going to be DL Hurst for sure. I'm going to hit up Brett this week. I want to start doing a thing called Spotlight on New England Wrestlers with the experience of 1 to 3 years, and going to do like 20 minutes on them and stuff. But yeah, I want Brett Domino to be the second one. It's going to be in one show, and DL Hurst. In the main event, Chris Dickinson challenging Josh Briggs for the Chaotic New England Heavyweight Championship.
Yep.
Josh wins. I heard that was a good match.
Yeah, I saw the highlights on
did?
Facebook, and I thought it was a pretty good match.
Nice. Yeah, Dickinson's an incredible wrestler.
Yeah,
he really is. And Josh, you brought it up earlier. Still young.
Yeah.
But, man, he's going places. There's
Yes.
no doubt about it. Brandon, on August 16th, you're going to be going to my hometown, Lowell,
Yes.
for the NXT show. Have they announced any matches at all?
Not that I know of yet.
Okay.
But this is the third show in Lowell, and this will be my third show in Lowell
Yep.
for NXT, and I can't wait to see what happens. And then next day, go to Brooklyn, and then the day after that, be going to NXT Brooklyn. So
Nice.
Can't
Well,
wait.
NXT Brooklyn, Takeover Brooklyn 4. There's already been a few matches announced.
Yeah.
So we can talk about that right now. And for the women's title, Shayna Baszler is going to be putting the title on the line against Kairi Sane.
Kairi Sane, she's awesome.
Yes.
That elbow that she does is insane.
I think it's. Somebody posted on Facebook the other day, like 6 different people that doing the elbow. I like her as the best.
Yeah.
The height she gets
Yeah.
is unbelievable.
The way she has her legs up and
a lot
everything.
of these guys jump out. She jumps up and out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
she does.
the height she gets is amazing.
Yes.
And she drops that elbow just as good as the Macho Man did.
Yeah,
I really do
I
think
agree
she,
with you on that one, for sure.
It's going to be a good match.
Yes.
I wouldn't be surprised if Kairi Sane won the title. I wouldn't.
Nope.
I definitely wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, she won the Mae Young Classic. You know?
Exactly. And Shayna Baszler's been killing it too.
Yes.
Johnny Gargano's going to get a title shot against Aleister Black for the, I was going to say chaotic, for the NXT Heavyweight Championship.
Got my Aleister Black shirt
Yep.
on. I like both of them, so
Me too.
I'm going to be rooting for both of them.
There you go. Yeah, I'd like to see Gargano win the title, to be
Yeah.
honest with you. I really would. I think a lot of us would. You
Yeah.
know? I won't be upset if Aleister Black
He's
wins.
the heart of NXT, man. He's been
He
doing
is.
it for like the longest time.
Yes.
He puts on like these dramatic matches.
Yep.
Awesome matches. I think it's time.
It is.
You know, I love
it could
Aleister
be
Black.
his time.
Yeah,
It
but
could
hopefully
be.
he wins it.
They've announced this. EC3, Ethan Carter III, is going to be taking on Velveteen Dream. Is this where Velveteen turns babyface?
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Is EC3 a babyface? And I haven't even
The
seen
thing
him.
is, I think they're both heels.
Okay.
But the thing is, they're both fan favorites, which makes
Right.
no sense.
Right.
But,
No, I
you
hear
know.
you.
But honestly, I would root for Velveteen Dream in that match. I'm not a big EC3 fan.
Yeah,
at all,
neither am
honestly.
I. I mean, he's good and all that, and I have nothing against him. But like I said earlier, I think Velveteen Dream
Yes.
is killing it. I'm loving the gimmick. He's a young kid
Yes.
who's got a bright future ahead
Yes,
of
he
him.
does.
Now, there was no other matches announced, so I was just thinking, who's the Undisputed Era going to take on? Nate's got to have a match.
Actually,
Is it the rematch?
no, actually, the Undisputed Era are
Yeah.
no longer NXT Tag Team Champions because the UK tournament that
Yep.
they had, the NXT special they had, Tyler Bates and his tag team partner.
Pete Dunne.
No, not Pete Dunne.
Oh, okay.
I forgot what his name is,
Yeah,
but
all right.
they won the mustache guys. They won the tag team belts.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I didn't even know
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, so maybe the mustache guys.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll have to give him a rematch.
Yeah.
So maybe the Undisputed Era will be on there.
Yeah.
What's up with Team 1-2?
I don't know
I
what's going
want
on
to
with
see
that.
them. I want to see them wrestle more.
Yeah.
I think NXT needs to go to 2 hours. I really do.
Yeah.
So much
Or an hour and
talent.
a half, for that matter.
Yeah, I like the 2 hour thing, because it gives them all that time and you can utilize these guys more.
Yeah.
Give them more time. It's not like the roster. You're like, oh, well, I don't want to go to 2 hours because we don't have the talent.
Yeah,
You have
do.
the talent for 3, but that would be stupid.
Yeah.
Because people would get sick of it.
Yeah.
2 hours, I think, would be perfect. I really do, like SmackDown.
Yeah.
I think eventually they will go to that. I
Yeah.
really do. I don't know what they're waiting for
Yeah.
because, an hour show, you're only getting 3 matches if you're lucky.
Yeah. Just
know?
like 205 Live.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
They could go 2 hours, especially because it's on the network.
Yeah.
There's no reason why you can't,
Exactly.
Adam Cole, is he going to be defending his North American title?
I think it could be Adam Cole versus Ricochet, man.
That's what I was just going to say.
Because I saw that, I was like,
Yep.
Ricochet, okay, I'm going to mention that.
Adam Cole and Ricochet would be
Yes.
unreal.
Yes.
For
For the North American Championship.
Yeah, I'd love to see that.
Yeah.
Both these kids, guys, whatever you want to call them, are incredible talents.
Yes.
I mean, I love watching both of them wrestle.
Yes.
You know, Adam Cole, baby.
And I'll be wearing that shirt when I go to NXT Brooklyn, baby.
And Ricochet, I've said it here a few times. I remember telling Maria at home when I first saw him with NXT, this kid's got presence. Again, and don't take me this the wrong way, guys, okay? Has presence like The Rock. Like, you know, The Rock comes out and just, you know what I mean? Just,
yeah.
I see Ricochet doing the same thing. When he comes out, he doesn't have to say a word.
Yeah.
And you could see he's oozing.
The way he did
charisma.
the front flip
that was
out
nuts.
of the ring, I was like,
that was
what
crazy.
just happened?
Yeah,
You know?
that was crazy.
Awesome.
But yeah, so you're going to have a good time. And hopefully when you and Christiana, did I say it right?
Yeah, you did.
All right.
You got it correct, man.
Come on. I definitely want you to tell us all about that show.
Definitely.
Big Cass released, man. I have a lot to say about this, but I want to hear what you have to say. Thoughts on Big Cass being released a couple weeks ago.
Did you hear why he got released, though?
I did.
He got released because, well, there's a couple reasons. One, I guess he was having problems on the road when he came back. I guess in the Germany tour, if I'm not mistaken. Drinking, and also I guess he broke a tour bus door while he was in the bathroom because it was locked, and a lot of people were offended by it. And the number one main thing was because he didn't go on script; he went off script with the whole when he kicked the door. That was pretending to be Daniel Bryan. He was supposed to kick him from the front, and that was it. But he went off script because he wanted to do something better to get more heat. He kicked him in the back of the head and just started beating up on him.
Yeah.
If he would have just listened, I think he would still have a job. But the thing is, not just Big Cass, but Enzo got screwed too. And it's all Vince McMahon's fault.
Wait a minute. How did Enzo get screwed?
Because
I know he was found not guilty and all that,
but here's the thing.
Yeah.
If they were still a tag team,
yeah,
they would still be in the WWE right now.
You'd like to think so.
I would think so. Because the thing is, the whole allegation thing that happened, it happened after they broke up.
Right.
You know, and I felt like if they were still together, they could still, you know, be stars in the WWE. They would still be in the WWE.
Right.
But they split them up, and then they both started doing immature things, which they shouldn't have done.
Yeah.
And look what happened. They're not here. And the thing is, their product was selling so good. They were remarkable guys.
Yep.
And you just decided to split them up. I get it. You want to push Big Cass because you thought, hey, he's a big guy.
Yeah.
But it was way too soon.
Right.
Way too soon. You know, and honestly, I'm kind of upset that they split up a tag team that had like so much potential. You know, they had like a good marketing value going on, and you just split them up out of the ordinary. Right. I'm pretty like hot about the subject because honestly, I'm really upset that they did that. And honestly, if Vince didn't split them up, they would still have a job. Personally, that's how I feel about it.
Well, you left out one thing that Big Cass did. He had a big fight with Carmella, tried to grab her physically. That really turned a lot of heads on that. So I think even if they were a tag team, if he would have did that same thing, Vince is very keen on.
If that was the case, then I would totally agree with you.
Rhino was fired for screaming at his wife before years ago. I mean, his wife had this big fight in the catering and all that, and they let him go, and he didn't even put his hands on her. Big Cass, he's big. I don't think he's as good as. I
agree. He definitely needed some work.
They should have been in NXT a little longer. They brought him up strictly for the mic skills.
Yeah.
Enzo is not that good of a wrestler.
No.
Big Cass is not that good of a wrestler. And I'm not trying to be like, I'm just saying compared to like other stars that are on the network, in the WWE.
Yeah.
It didn't bother me at all. When they broke them up as a tag team, I was kind of confused as to why.
Yeah.
Like, why would you why would you bring him up just to split them 7 weeks, 8 weeks later? It made absolutely no sense.
But I totally agree with you. I did think they did come too early in the WWE.
They definitely
I totally agree with you.
Same thing with Nia Jax. She did too.
Because here's the thing. They didn't even win the NXT championships. They didn't even win the Raw Tag Team championships. So it was just like, what was the point of them being with the company?
Right.
You know?
They were enamored with how the crowd. It was like the old New Age Outlaws.
Yeah.
The minute you say the line, the whole people in the audience, they want to say the whole thing with you. Big Cass, I just think he was never going to live up to the potential. Yeah. I've seen guys write on Facebook and stuff, big guys too, saying he didn't wrestle like a big man.
No, he didn't.
It's too light. When you're that big, you gotta be stiff. You gotta work snug.
Yeah.
You can't do how he was.
He was in better shape when he came back, though.
Yeah, oh, there's no doubt, and I have nothing against him. It's not like I didn't like him or anything like that. I just think
if you're
he doesn't wrestle as a big man.
Yeah, you have to slam your guys. He doesn't do much slamming. He's the one that's actually getting beat up in there.
Yeah.
In the match with Big Show and SummerSlam, that was the worst match
Oh,
I've ever seen, dude.
Yep.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah.
But
yeah, so big cast release. I wouldn't be surprised if he comes back someday, though. I think he could come back. Listen, let's spend a couple minutes on social media because we got plenty of time for the next thing I want to bring up.
Yeah.
Me and Dan, Superfan Dan, we talked about how we felt a little bit that guys were disrespectful to Roman Reigns and was it Jinder?
Jinder, yeah.
Yeah. How they just disrespected them while they were in the ring. I think these fans nowadays, they want to be a part so much of it. You know what I mean? So shitting on the wrestlers is one way they can do that.
Yeah.
You know? Not a big fan of that, though.
Yeah.
Not, you know?
No, I definitely agree. And, saying F-bombs to Roman, too.
Yeah.
I get it. Nobody likes Roman. Me and you don't like Roman.
Right.
We don't think he deserves a push. But honestly, I even hate when people, recently, actually, I brought that social media thing up to you. So I put something about, Brock Lesnar, beating CM Punk's record of, the longest reigning champion. Yes, he only defended it 10 times.
10 times?
And out of the 437 days, and CM Punk defended it at least 114 times.
Yeah.
And the only thing I said, I have nothing against Brock. I think he's okay. I think he's been doing a lot better, trying to show up more and, doing good in his matches. It's just show up more if you're a champion. Defend your title a little bit more, and honestly, you shouldn't have the title for that long.
Right.
So, everyone has their own opinion. We talked about this before. Everyone has their own opinion.
Right.
But the thing is, once I posted that picture, okay, there was two guys that I'm good friends with.
Yeah.
Guy named, I'm not going to say their last names, I'm just going to say their last initial. Alex G and Stephen B.
Yeah.
Good friends of mine. They started going at it on the comment box. And all I just put was one little picture. And I agreed with what they were both saying.
Yeah.
But it was just ridiculous. They were saying F you to each other, swearing at each other. I'm like, guys, calm it down.
Right.
We all have our own opinions, but you guys don't have to go down each other's throats about it.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny. You put one little picture about wrestling and people just go at it and it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's social media, I feel like, is killing wrestling, honestly.
Okay.
That's how I feel.
I think, when you go to a Monday Night Raw show, there's more TV fans in the building than wrestling.
And I feel you on that one.
know?
Yeah.
Everybody wants to have their sign up the whole match and things like that. And social media is such a good platform for some people when it's used
for sure.
right.
Yeah.
But I'm so sick of going on Facebook and somebody comments on the pay-per-view or tomorrow they'll be talking about Raw.
Yeah.
And how everything's, if he shouldn't have did 2 clotheslines in a row. He should. Listen, man, if you think you know everything about wrestling, maybe why didn't you become one?
Yeah, seriously.
How about just sitting back and enjoying the show?
Yeah.
I can go to any wrestling show and enjoy it, whether it's guys that are brand new or WWE. When I go to a show, the last thing I want to do is pick on how these matches go.
Yeah.
I'm
the same here.
It's just ridiculous. But yeah, there's so much to talk about with social media. But I need to get to the next topic.
All right.
Brandon, you started a podcast. You've got 2 episodes up now. It's called B13 Podcast. Before I ask you another question about it, but what's the B13 stand for?
So the funny thing is, one of my coworkers asked me about that.
Yep.
So the B is for Belanger.
Right.
And 13 is my favorite number.
Okay.
It always has been. I think of it as a good luck number, not a bad luck number.
Right.
And also, if you really look at it, a 13 forms into a B. So it's kind of like double B, Brandon Belanger.
Nice. Okay.
So I just figure I give it a nice little nickname for the show, kind of make it, different.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are asking me, why are you doing this? Well, here's the thing. You inspired me on wanting to do it because I love your show very much.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. And one of my other coworkers, Bill, who's the produce manager, he's like, you know, you do really good on Leo's show. You should definitely do your podcast. And I remember I was talking to you about this earlier. My dad was like having all sorts of concerns. Was like, are you trying to compete with Leo? And I'm like, no, not in any way, shape, or form.
Two different things.
It's two different things.
It is.
Mine's a podcast. I don't show my face.
Right.
You do it behind a camera.
Yep.
And I like your product. And you have 100 episodes, which again, coming up. Congratulations again on it. And you know, I even put that on my show. You know, Leo Connors, congratulations to you on the 100 episodes.
Yep.
You know, and you know, probably both our shows are going to be similar or different. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But honestly, I like your show, and hopefully you'll like mine too. No competition whatsoever.
Right. Exactly. What are your plans for the podcast? You like, you know what I mean? Do you have things that like? Is it going to be segments? Do you know what I mean? Do you want to have guests?
I definitely want to have guests. I think I want to, you know, get some fans on there, trying to slowly, you know, start it, and then hopefully eventually, you know, get some independent stars too. And talk about like again like the same way you do. Talk about, you know, the business, how they feel about the business now. How do you feel about WWE?
Yeah.
Same thing. And every wrestling podcast is pretty much the same. Just talking about the business.
Yep.
And maybe sometime down the road, maybe I'll talk to the band Potsy, you know, who does the theme song for the show, which I got the okay from. You know, I'll probably just do a music podcast with just them and, you know, that's what I want to do. Yeah.
Should have them on.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely. Are they any of them wrestling fans? Probably.
Probably decent fans. You know, the drummer, Brad Rondo, who I work with. He's a decent fan, not a big fan, but everybody knows I'm a big fan. They come to me about it. Right. We talk about it a little bit.
They all know that about me too. Like
so definitely get their music out there too, for sure. So that's pretty much what the show's going to be about. Just talk about pure wrestling and, you know, probably do some like Halloween specials too, because I'm a huge Halloween fan.
Right, yeah, I know.
Probably get my buddy Jason Campbell, who works at, you know, Fright Kingdom, and talk about haunted houses, horror movies, and all that stuff. So
I love those things at Halloween time. It's awesome.
Exactly.
But yeah, so that's exciting though. Like, when did you decide you wanted to do the podcast?
So,
is it something that you thought of for a long time?
I have thought about it like ever since I did the show the second time with you, because I was just like, man, that'd be pretty cool if I did a podcast, you know, and you know, Bill, like I said, you know, from work was like really like driving me to do it, and I was like, maybe I'll give it a shot. So a couple weeks ago, I was like, I'll give it a shot and see if it sounded good. The second episode, a lot of people like more.
I'm going to list that tomorrow.
Yeah, but I think the second episode was a little bit more interesting because, you know, I got to talk about, you know, broadcasting the band that helped me out, put their music out there, and talk about, you know, my top 7 favorite wrestlers and why.
Yeah, so that was the title of the episode.
Yeah, top 7. Yeah. And talk about the collection and stuff, and talk about, you know, me and my girlfriend going to shows too, a little bit. But a lot of people said that was more interesting than the first one, because the first one I wasn't even like, you know, prepared. I was just coming up with stuff, you know, pulling stuff out of my ass, just saying stuff. But the second episode, I was trying to be professional about it as possible. So,
you know, it's good to do too, as like, you know how you did like the top 7.
Yeah.
You could always like maybe do something like that for a segment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Top 7 women, top 7 tag teams, top 7 matches.
Oh,
I mean,
right now,
so many. You could do top 7 wrestlers when I first started watching.
Yeah.
Find yourself like that one signature thing. You know what I mean? Like when Derek was co-host with me, he did his little cigar gimmick thing.
Yeah, I saw that.
You know, and that was just, some people enjoyed it. Some people said to me, why are you doing that? It's silly, it's wrestling. Derek loves cigars. I like them. I'm not in love with cigars like he is.
Yeah.
But it was something that I wanted him to do. You know, he wanted to do it, and I was like, all for it, man.
Right.
You know? Do little something to, like, now I might as well bring it up. I think I already brought it up a little earlier, but I want to do a segment on here, Spotlight on New England.
Yeah.
Meaning I want to spotlight
That's
a kid.
what I want to do too.
Yep, from 1 year to 3 years, and just showcase them, you know, my whistle for my teeth again. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I want to do it, like I said, with Brett Domino and DL Hurst would be the first ones to help fill up that interview I did with Cole Commander for an episode. Then I want to keep doing it, though. It may not be something I do for in the studio the next few, you know what I mean? I'm going to probably do it at home.
Yeah.
But, as I like to say, the Ring and All Other Sports headquarters, also known as my living room.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it would be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? To do that. But listen, why don't we play? We got about 13 minutes left. Let's play this little game, something new here also.
All right, let's do it.
Cut or push?
Ooh,
now, we're going to start off with NXT, and I guess you had said one of these guys are on 205 Live now and stuff. I want to start with Dan Maffa, real big guy who we haven't seen too much of.
Yeah.
Cut or push?
If they're not using them properly, probably cut. You know,
all right.
Honestly.
How about we'll use them, we'll say them together, even though now I guess they're wrestling separately, but Buddy Murphy and Wesley Blake. You said Buddy Murphy's killing it on 205
Live. He had a match with Mustafa Ali in a no disqualification match. They had 3 matches, and every match was 5 stars. This past Tuesday, that match was disgusting.
Really?
Yeah, literally. He was on top of the announce table. No, actually, Buddy Murphy was on top of the guardrail.
Okay.
That was near the announce table.
Yep.
Mustafa Ali runs, jumps on the table, jumps on that, grabs him, does that backflip move onto the table, and it doesn't break. And they continue. The match was just brilliant, and just done well. You know, just awesome.
When I first saw that move, it was done by the SAT, a tag team, Joel and Jose Maximo, and they called it, they were on each side when they did it. They called it the Spanish Fly.
That's what it was called, the Spanish Fly. Yeah, Spanish Fly.
Nice, okay.
Yes.
So Buddy Murphy, obviously you want to push.
Yeah, in 205 Live, I think he can bring a lot. They call him the juggernaut of 205 Live. So I think he's getting a decent push. I just hope like the WWE, because you got to think, 205 is with SmackDown.
Yes.
So I just hope the fans really get into 205. And the funny thing is, the fans were loving that match. And I'm like, finally, they're cheering for good matches. Because like you said, I don't think they're wrestling fans, just WWE fans.
Yeah.
But the fans really got into that match, and they should have, because that match was really disgusting. So I'm glad they got a good.
To watch that.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna have to.
So you think that Buddy should stay as a single then?
Yes, definitely.
Then I think Wesley Blake should probably be cut.
Yeah,
right.
Definitely cut.
Yeah. All right. Fabian Archer. Again, another guy you don't see too often on TV. Very talented.
I would say push.
I
think he's pretty decent.
Okay. Kona Reeves. I haven't really seen too much of him.
Yeah, I can't really give you an answer because I don't know who that is actually.
Oh, there you go. That's my answer right there. Cut. Yeah. You know what I mean? You're like, I don't even know who he is. There you go. We're going to go to Raw, Monday Night Raw. And there's a bunch of guys here.
Here we go.
Kurt Hawkins. Now remember too, before you answer, right, honestly, that some guys have roles that they're playing, so. But I think almost anybody could play the role he's playing.
God, I feel bad for him because he actually cares about the business, just like Zack Ryder, you know. But cut from Raw, but put him in NXT, give him like a little something.
Right.
That's how I feel. Give him a cut.
I'd say cut him. Yeah. I'd say cut him. Not even go to NXT. Sorry, Kurt Hawkins, you had your run.
Fair enough.
Another guy can do it for cheaper money.
Yeah.
The Revival. These guys.
Keep them.
Yeah.
They need a push. Keep them.
Nice.
Yeah.
Titus O'Neil and Apollo Crews. We'll put them together.
I wish I could do separately, but
do it separately then. Titus
O'Neil, get the hell out.
All right.
I'm not a big fan of him.
Okay.
Apollo Crews, I feel like they brought him to Raw too early, but I want him to get a push. Personally,
he's got so much talent.
He does.
I don't understand why he's not a star right now.
I don't understand either.
You know, maybe it's the charisma. I don't know.
Yeah.
Chad Gable.
I want him to get pushed, so I'll keep him.
Yep.
Next Kurt Angle in my book, honestly.
Okay.
Just give him a good push.
He's a good wrestler.
Yeah.
How about we'll go to his tag team partner with Kurt Angle's son, which is a joke, Jason Jordan.
I don't want to see him get cut personally. I like his wrestling, but Kurt Angle's son is just so awful. I want to keep him personally, just see how it goes, but hopefully him and Chad Gable can be a tag team again.
That was a tag team again. I was just going to say that. They broke them guys up. I don't understand why. They were a really good tag team.
I totally agree.
They really were.
And they're both on Raw, so maybe they'll come back.
I hope so. But they definitely broke them up, and that was a dumb move.
Yeah.
I hate saying this, but because he came over to us at the NXT show and Joe won the title. Yeah. But I'd like to cut Mojo Rawley. What about you?
Yeah. And Nicole, my friend, is going to hate me because she actually went to college with him back in the day. When he won the Battle Royal, I think he had charisma.
Yeah.
I just don't think
I think he has. He does have charisma.
I just don't think he has it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I would say cut him.
And they probably won't because they're hoping to get Rob Gronkowski someday.
Yeah.
What better way to get Gronk than having one of his best friends still there?
Definitely.
But I would cut him. No way, Jose.
Get rid of him.
In my eyes, man, just dance right out the door.
Yes, get
See
out.
you later.
Get out.
How about, it's a tough one to call, and I'm going to say right now, don't cut him. Goldust.
I love Goldust. He's done a lot for the business. I know he's just there to help out, the younger talent, which is awesome. I'll give him one more year and then cut him, honestly.
There you go. So he's sticking around for a little longer.
Yeah.
All right, I like that. We got plenty. This is perfect. Like 7.5 minutes to do this.
Perfect.
Raw women. Bailey.
I would cut her.
Same here.
I love her.
See ya.
Just, they're not using her correctly.
Sasha Banks.
Keep her.
Exactly.
She's my girl. She's my girl.
Awesome. This one's
Iffy.
Dana Brooke. Now,
Not-
remember, we said we're keeping at least Apollo Crews, but we're cutting O'Neal.
Yeah.
What about Dana Brooke?
She's got something, honestly. She really does. She looks very strong. She's beautiful.
Yeah.
Her wrestling is not that bad.
No, it's not. It
It's
really
really
isn't.
not. It's just they're not using her properly,
Right.
and that's the part that's very hard because it's hard to answer because it's like
I hear you.
it's like she's got something, but again, WWE's not doing anything.
Right.
I mean, if they were going to use her, if they're going to try to use her properly, continue on with her.
Right.
If they're not, then get rid of her. She'll probably do something better.
Right.
Personally, I don't have an answer for that one.
I'm going to say cut, even though I don't want to see her cut, but I just think if in a game, you got to do
that.
They got to do something with her. I mean, if you're not going to use her and all that, and I mean, look, she's a total throw-in with the O'Neal and Cruz thing because they didn't have nothing for her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
that's
yeah.
really nothing either when you think about it.
Right, and it's not a knock on her, even though I said cut her.
Yeah.
It's just if you're not going to use her, cut her and bring somebody else and they could use that experience too.
Yeah.
This girl has been around a long time. It doesn't seem like to some people, but Alicia Fox
10 years.
has been there 10 years.
She needs to be cut.
I agree 100%. I mean, you had 10 years to find something to do with her.
Did nothing.
Right.
Absolutely nothing.
And she's kind of talented too. It's not like she's horrible in the ring.
And she's only had the Divas Championship once.
And she's beautiful.
And she's pretty.
She is. I think she's gorgeous. I really do. This one, I love this girl. Mickie James.
Keep her. Honestly.
I think they should keep her too because of a veteran. She can help out these young girls. Like, when you want to bring up a girl that, you feel is ready, put her in the ring with someone like Mickie James,
And honestly, I kind of want to see her, just like my girlfriend definitely wants to see.
One more run?
One more run as champion.
I'd like to see that too, because I've met her a few times and she's really nice, dude. Like, really nice.
Whether it's SmackDown or Raw, I don't care.
Right.
Just one more shot.
You meet her when she look you right in the eyes and she's talking to you. I mean, she's phenomenal with kids. Real quick, so I can get back to this, I got to tell this story. Isaiah, when he met her, he took a picture of him and he kept, Poppy, Poppy, Poppy. I'm like, wait a minute, buddy. Poppy, Poppy. What? She's smoking hot. The way he looked, and he did this to make sure no one was listening. Oh, it killed me.
That's awesome.
Yes, she is smoking hot. We're going to move over to SmackDown. We'll do the SmackDown men. Aiden English.
I kind of like what he's doing right now,
ya?
so keep him. Honestly.
You say keep him, I say cut him.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah, that doesn't mean I'm right and you're wrong.
I like him as a manager.
No, I hear ya.
Yeah.
Again, he's perfect with Rusev.
Yeah.
But what's going to happen if Rusev get hurt? What do you do with him then?
Probably cut him.
You know what I mean? How about the Colognes? Epico and what's the other one?
Primo.
What is it?
Primo,
yeah.
cut him. I don't even think they're in the WWE anymore.
No, they still are, but, I feel the same way like how we had just talked about Alicia Fox. They've had so much time, and they've done good things with them at times, but I think you should cut them. Let him go back to Puerto Rico and work for his father.
And Primo was actually doing more when Carlito was there, because Carlito was a top star.
Yeah.
And
I like them.
Yeah.
I have nothing
Good
against
tag
them.
team.
If they would push them, I'd get behind it.
Yeah.
But they're not, and they've had so much time.
And they only had one tag team title run
Yeah,
as a
yeah,
team,
yeah.
Primo and Epico. So
We'll stay on the tag teams then. We'll go with the Ascension.
cut them.
Oh, yeah.
They're just a ripoff of the LOD, man.
Fandango and Tyler Breeze. What do they call themselves?
Breezango. But I
Breezango.
call them the Fashion Police, though.
Yeah, no,
but,
that's a good name, though.
Honestly, I loved what they were doing.
Yep.
And then, nothing.
I'd like to see them push.
I do, too.
Especially Johnny Curtis is from around here.
Yeah.
So I would like to see them push.
I like
think
to see
some
them push,
people
too.
that are watching this might be surprised that I'd say that. Mike Kanellis, Mike Bennett.
He needs to go, man. They're not even doing anything with him in WWE.
Right. Local guy, but I mean, if Maria comes back and they're going to do something with him, then do it. But if you're not, let him go so he can wrestle somewhere else. The perfect 10.
Keep him.
Ty Dillinger, you like to keep him? Okay.
I think he has it, but they're not paying attention. But do something with him.
Right. We got 2.5 minutes of this. SmackDown women. Tamina Snuka.
Go. Get away.
Again, someone that's been there forever, and they have never done anything with her.
Nope.
The Iconics. Is that what they're called? Billie Kay and Peyton Royce.
Billie Kay, get rid of Peyton Royce. I think she has a little bit of something.
I'm going to say get rid of both of them. They just have it improved to me.
Improved, yeah.
Lana. Now, this is a tough call. I want you to look at this as forget that she's Rusev's wife. Just her herself. She's beautiful. I understand that. She is.
Gosh. If she gets better in the ring, I would say keep her.
I don't think she's going to get better. I think she's on that Eva Marie syndrome. I say cut her, but again, if Rusev's going to get a push with the title, you want her around.
Yeah.
You know, you really do. I mean, I like when there's people with like the champ. You know what I mean? Little factions. I do like Dana Brooke with Titus O'Neil and Apollo Crews.
Yeah.
I do. I like them with her. I mean, I'm glad they found something for her to do.
Yeah.
You know, but I feel like Lana, she's had a few chances now to step up, and she just doesn't seem to. I don't know if she gets it. Do you know what I mean?
No, I feel you on that one.
And there's nothing personal like, oh, I can't stand it because of this or that. She just doesn't seem to be getting better.
No.
You know, kind of like, remember Naomi's old partner?
Yeah, she was.
She tried to pin the girl when she was on her stomach.
I'm like, what are you doing?
Exactly. Lana reminds me of a little of her.
Yeah.
But I think Lana's a lot smarter and would have put her on her back.
Yeah.
But I'm not. I like this. I want to start doing this a little bit more with people.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure.
Maybe next one we could be like, sign. Who should the WWE sign?
Definitely.
Maybe we'll do that. I'll save it for when you come back.
Heck yes.
Got 30 seconds left, Brandon. Thanks again for coming on.
Thank you for
Do you know the exact date you're coming back? Because I don't remember.
It's in October. That's all I know. But I'll let you know for sure.
Nice. Guys, listen, it was nice to be back. I can't wait. I'll be back in next week. Coming up on 100 episodes in a few weeks. My guest will be my grandson, Jisiah, my ex-co-host, Derek Dukes, and the sure thing, Mark Sherman. Guys, for Brandon Belanger, I'm Leo Connors. We're out. Peace.
The preceding program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.